Hi everyone, it's Nancy here and I'm back with another process video for you. This time I am just trying to use up the remnants of some kits that I made a couple of weeks ago. And this was just an effort for me to try and actually get through some of the stash of papers that I've been hoarding. As you know, I had a huge purge and these are just some kits I put together, and I was just keeping those in some Studio Calico crop bags. I put out this piece of paper, which came in a Scraptastic kit recently, and I'm just going to be trimming that down because I know that I want to mount this up on that piece of peach cardstock. And I'm wanting to use this photo of myself. It's just me being vain. I think I might, I posted this, me trying to embrace my frizzy hair, which, is not fun. So here I am, I'm just using the Coral Heidi Swap Shine, get it right, Nancy. The Heidi Swap Colour Shine in Coral, and I actually used it as a spray, not just as spritzing. And then I'm taking my Rain Beetle ink, which is one of my favourites because it's kind of got a blacky corally kind of look to it. And I now decide that I'm going to say, like I do, I'm going to gut this piece of paper out because I want to mount that photo on this piece. And the photo had actually had a filter put on top of it, so it was kind of a little bit muted anyway. And so I wanted to kind of just use the peach colours because it kind of went well with the tone of the photo. I'm just using my wet cement Hero Art shadow ink, which I really love. It's a really nice grey colour. And so I'm just going to mount my photo up on that. I have a few of these Neapolitan collection Polaroid frames. They're the last few that I had. I've used them on a few layouts. I found a sheet of the paper while I was doing my sorting, and I really like these Polaroid frames. I really like them. I've used them and used them and used them. So I decided that the colour tones went well with what I was planning for this layout, and so I'm just kind of playing around with where I can put them. The ice cream one does not kind of go with the layout at all, but I'm going to look at covering that up. I'm then pulling out these frames, wood frames, which you saw I got in a recent rack. So I really love them, so I'm happy to be putting them to use on this layout. I'm just mounting it down because during spraying it had kind of buckled quite a lot. So I just wanted to stick that down and get it as flat as possible because, yeah, it buckled quite a lot. And I haven't got my heat gun with me because I'm scrapping somewhere else. So I'm now going to start working on my layers and my clustering and seeing what I can pull together. I'm pulling out a piece of paper from the new Crate paper collection that I shared in my recent haul. And I really like the tones of the collection. They are quite muted. There was turquoise in the little hexagons in the background, so I knew that would work quite well. And then I'm just using the border strip of the reverse side of that piece of paper. I'll decide to balance this photo out. I'm going to put a little cluster in the top, and so I'm just using strips of all the colours of paper that I used in the bottom there. And this is something I've kind of been doing more and more of recently, of doing that kind of separate cluster at the top. I went for a stage where I was just kind of working on one cluster, but I'm really happy with how that looks. So here you can see I'm just pulling out these frames and looking at how I can get them to work together. They were actually, even though they are wood frames, they were quite easy to cut with my scissors. So I did just cut those apart, so I could add one of those to each cluster. And also I'm pulling out this little lady figure again, which was in the same rack. It's beautiful and it goes really well. And this is just about, it's just again a purely vain layout, I suppose, in a way. But it's about me trying to embrace my frizzy hair and the curls and the frizz, and it looks like I'm not wearing any clothes in this photo. I realise that. I'm actually sitting out in my caravan and not topless. But yeah, it was really hot and I'd kind of been swimming and my hair was just fighting it, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to fight it, I've just got to embrace the frizz. And that's actually what I end up titling this layout, is Embracing the Frizz. So I'm just taking the piece of paper by Alison Creft, Sprinkled with Love. It's kind of like the large bokeh. And I'm just using that to mount behind the frames, because I wanted to put something in the frames or over the frames, but it was kind of getting a little bit lost in the background. And the tones of that paper went really well, and I love that paper. I've still got a little bit of it left. Apologies, I'm yawning away there. I haven't actually yawned in a video lately. So I am just going to back the other two on it as well, just to kind of add that bit of continuity across the page, and then those three bits will be the same. And I'm really happy with how that then looks. Now I'm just inking the edges of everything as I'm sticking it down. And again, there's text on that one of those frames, which again I don't want to show, but that's going to be covered as well. But you maybe, if you look closely, could see a little bit of it showing. I'm even inking the wood veneers as well, just to add some continuity. And so this is quite a simple layout. It did actually take me quite a while. This took me over an hour to do. But it was kind of like the first page that I'd sat down and scrapped. Excuse me, yawning again. It's the first page that I sat down and scrapped since kind of really feeling much better in myself. But I would say that I'm really not up to speed yet, and I'm not scrapping where I normally scrap either. So again, that always kind of delays me a little bit, because I'm not, scrapping at a time I normally do. I just want to say, hopefully the lighting's okay in this video. Again, because it's not where I normally scrap. I don't have my lights and things with me, but hopefully the shadows aren't too bad. So I'm just sticking these frames down, and I just ended up using a bit of ATG on the back of the piece of paper. And I'm just sticking this cluster down, these strips of paper, and then having that frame just go off the edge there. I will have to trim that up just a little bit. I'm now wanting to find something to fill the middle of that frame, just because originally I was going to put that arrow on it, but I didn't really like how that worked. So you're going to see me fuss about a little bit here, and I'm just going to be going through my wood veneer box, and then I'm going through my stickers here, just seeing if there's anything that's going to fit in this space well. There's a couple of little stickers here that I pull out just to bring that sort of turquoise colour into these clusters, because as I said, turquoise is quite prominent in that background. I decided that it's missing something, so I would pull out a doily to add, and the doily does get a little bit lost on here, but in person it does just add that little bit of interest to the background. I just felt that it was a little bit too flat, and especially with the wood veneer on. I don't mean flat in actually height, just in kind of texture and interest, so I add that on top. And I'm really liking how it just kind of bulks out that cluster a little bit. And then pull out these stickers, which are the Prima ones, and these are like the epoxy stickers. They're really nice. You can see the startling glare on there, because I do only have a fluorescent light above me where I'm scrapping at this time. And I really like these ones. I got these quite a while ago. I can't actually use them that much, so I decided to pull them out for this layout. And I think these ones that says like natural beauty, looking good, nice, and those kind of things. And then on here I find there is a, again they are the epoxy stickers, and it's the phrase BU, and I actually end up putting that in the middle of that frame, and it works really well. And actually the colours do pick up all of the colours that are in the hexagon sort of confetti dots around and the background paper as well. And I think it really pulls everything together. The only one is like, there is one that's black, and there's not actually much black on the layout other than a few bits of text pieces. So, but I'm really happy, I mean, because my glasses are black, so it kind of all works together. I'm just flipping my layout over just to trim up the frame, and again that is a little bit of wooden bit, so I'm just going to have to fuss around there just to get that wooden bit cut straight. But overall I'm really happy. I mean, it's not perfectly straight at the top there, but I'm really going to not try and worry about that too much. So now I'm just pulling out the options I've got for thickers. I don't have all of my thickers with me because again I made up kits and put some thickers in there, and I'm trying to use the ones up that are in the kit. I'm not trying to go anywhere else to make the layout, you know, into my stash or anything. This has actually worked quite well for me. I made a kit up that was all kind of very corals and pinks, and then another kit that was all kind of blacks and turquoises and that kind of colour. I haven't actually even touched that one yet, so that will be my next kit that I'm probably going to tackle. But I do have another couple of things that I'm going to be working on as well. I hope to be able to get back to sort of regular posting soon. I know since I've been ill I kind of had like a week, well 2 weeks missing of videos to show you. Luckily I had my creative team projects that I can share with you, so that kind of filled up some of the void. But I know that everyone's kind of this time of the year has got lots of different commitments and stuff, and so hopefully people haven't, you know, been too disgruntled that I haven't had regular videos up. So I'm hoping to do a face-to-face video with you soon as well to catch up, because I know that all of my videos recently have just been my hands, and I want to see my face. No, that sounds really vain. You know, it's always nice to just sit and have a chat with everyone, so hopefully I'll get a chance to do that in the coming week as well. Hopefully things will be settled down. I think things will actually be calmer when I actually get back to work, and just because, yeah, I'll be more settled. So thank you very much for watching my video, and I will now put some close-up images at the end. So thanks very much guys, bye!